Hello guys, hope mko fine, mko best, and you are blessed of the Lord. Uh, I feel like it is very good to talk it out, and I know kwamba kuna mtu atasaidika pale nje, and that's why I decided to say something about a short of my journey, and I'm still at it, so it will be step by step. At least every week I'll be giving out a small portion, and najua ya kwamba things will work out all well. So uh, back 2019 on April, I got an accident, and it was on date 18th of April 2019 at Rimuru, next to ukipita hapo hivyo kwa slaughterhouse. Kuna place palikuwa na petrol station ilikuwa inaitwa Ocean, so that's where I got an accident. That was on 2019 date 18th of April, and I got by God's grace nikapata watu waliweza kunisaidia, wakanitekia care, they took me and wakanipeleka hospitali mbio, and I was taken care of. My mom came running, a lot of people close to me came, wakakuja kuniangalia what's going on, and God was very faithful. Nilitibiwa, and nikaambia Mungu ni asante. So oh Jesus Christ, I just remembered that very day I was going to kuchukua my license, and in the same time nilikuwa niingie kazi, and I had another meeting at town Westlands. So imagine zote ilibidi nimezicancel, hakuna yote nilienda, zote zilicancel katu hivyo. And I remember the late guy mwenye alinifunza stories na kinyozi, may God go and rest in your soul in peace. I remember alikimbia sana kuja kuniangalia pale hospitalini that very fine day, and I had to cancel all the appointments, and the journey started in a very hard way, because I had to stay in the house for more than I stayed in the house for some months. I couldn't even manage to walk on well, and but the funny thing is that it was on a Thursday. I remember very well it was on a Thursday, but the funny thing is that very Sunday nilienda church, nilitembea more than an hour, but I had to go to church. Some things are so crazy. I don't know, me sijui, I can't, okay, don't know. I think God to me is just been crazy. And nilienda hadi kanisa, and I had to give thanks to God because I'm alive, and together with the person that we were with, we were alive. So nilikuwa nimegongwa mabega, that is all this loud, na waist, and kwa sababu ya kugongwa waist niliteseka for some time when it comes to walking, yeah. And nikang'ang'ana till the day nikakuwa sawa. So after that, at around October the same year, I got sick. Now here where the story starts. Nimepeana about story ya accident because there's somewhere it might come and connect it later in my stories, so that's why nimepeana that story. So at October I got sick. I started bleeding internally, so I had some internal bleedings, and out of the internal bleedings I had to go toilet, iko na damu, so yeah, so somehow it is so traumatic. So I started a journey, nikang'eng'ana kuwa sometimes kuwa introvert ni mbaya, nikang'eng'ana. I couldn't even talk to anyone, I couldn't tell anyone, so nikang'eng'ana. One day I talked to one of the doctor in a pharmacy, and I remember that doctor told me, young man, it is very good uende uangaliwe, ufanyiwe, okay, the issue kwanza aliniingia very direct, ni vema sana uende ufanyiwe colon scan, as in usikuwe na colon cancer. I remember that very day. Vile niko na kwamba past story na cancer. I had to tell that doctor, do you know what? Never ever in my life tell me such a thing. Niliudhika and I left the doctor na nikatoka nikaenda with a lot of bitterness, and I had to, the following day I had to go to another hospital, and after, okay, I remember like 1 year before nilikuwa na ulcers na pneumonia, so going to that hospital wakafanya test ya H pylori negative, walifanya test 3 amoeba negative and another test kubukangi ilikuwa gani, and all the results were negative, so they just said it is food poisoning. So okay, it is food poisoning. I was given some medication. I took the medication. Nikakunywa. I remember some things are so weird. Ili niamkie kwenda hosi that very day, kuketi ilikuwa shida, kusimama ilikuwa shida, kutembea ilikuwa shida, so I was only to sleep. Maybe nilale, na nile tu hata kulala ilikuwa shida, so I had to force myself to sleep. And it was so, some things are so traumatic. Ilikuwa ngumu to me. Nikang'eng'ana, nikaanza kukunywa madawa. That is 2019. Nikang'eng'ana na dawa pole, ikabidi nimequit most of the foods, nikaacha kuwa nanunua food huko nje, and nikang'eng'ana nazo for some, I think allowed 1 month. And the good thing, by the way, kitu ilianza ikanifurahisha ni about vile niliambiwa about H pylori is negative, cause hiyo kitu nilikumbuka vile ilikuwa inataka kuniua. H pylori ilikuwa inataka kuniua, that is 2018, and I was like, oh Jesus, thank you God. 2017 and 2019, yeah, ilikuwa inataka kuniua, so I was like, thank you God, thank you kwa sababu umeniondolea hii, okay, let me call it shetani, umeniondolea hii shetani, at least H pylori negative, so it will never affect me in any way, but ilikuwa stress disease zilikuwa zinafanya nikuwe na a lot of those stress. Nini nimesema stress I had a lot of stress, ndizo zilikuwa zinafanya nipate hizo H pylori, so I was negative, and I was like, thank you God. So nikang'eng'ana na life, and it wasn't easy for me, but I had to pursue it. Nikakunywa madawa, and after like 2 months my body was well and it recovered, and I had to move on. Nikang'eng'ana na life, nikaingia 2020 ikakuwa na mambo zake, corona ndivyo ilikuja, so tukang'eng'ana nayo mpaka ikaisha that very year. I remember there are some days I couldn't even go to job. Nikang'eng'ana mpaka ikaisha huo mwaka, nikaingia 2021. I think there at the middle of the year, that's where nikitembea sana nikaanza kuget some pains over kwa mguu. Acha nijaribu. Jesus Christ, kuna kitu hapa imenidunga, unaona hapa, hope mnaona. Yami check to another position hapa hivi, hapo ndipo palikuwa pananiuma. I started getting some pains, na hiyo uchungu igenishika, singetembea, lazima ningesimama hapo until ama nitafute kitu itanikujia. Life ikakuwa ngumu. So to our next episode, so that you're gonna get to know it, follow me on my TikTok account, Minister SK Samuel Official, YouTube account, Minister SK Samuel Official, IG SK Official SK Samuel, ama Minister SK Samuel Official, Facebook SK Sammy Samuel. Now the other account SK Samuel Official. My number 0705 903 298 0705 903.